And we have two different pipelines. We have our client dashboard and we have our partners dashboard. So we talked about the partners part. I want to see you're on deck of who's currently sending you business, and you're going to put them based off there's someone who sends you at least one closing a month. Maybe it's they send you one here and there, but they're actively sending you referrals. You need to have that broken down, which I will let you do, per the information that we send you or whenever you get that information yourself. For your clients, I want you to be able to walk in and you see the first column, I call them referrals, but they haven't yet had a phone call with you or they haven't applied. Like there's been a warm intro but they haven't taken action. So these are people that you're continuously, that you need to drip on to get them to apply because they haven't told you to buzz off. They haven't told you that credit's not good or they're pre-approved with another lender. These are all referrals that just you haven't converted to an application yet. The next column is I want to see those who have applied, but yet you haven't been able to give them a pre-approval yet. You haven't been able to deny them, but maybe they are sending you're waiting on documents or they're adding someone to the loan. So they're just kind of hanging there as people that you need to keep following up with because you haven't been able to make a decision whether they qualify or not. Okay, the next column are these are green, they're out shopping. And you could even subtitle these of I would put a date from when you first issued that pre-approval. That way like which ones are serious and aggressively out shopping and which ones have had their pre-approval letter for 2 years and just haven't found a home. So that green column, column number 3, it's like these are all the people we know to follow up with because they at least have good credit, their DTI works, they've shown interest, and as of what we know so far, they haven't decided to rent or you haven't lost them to another lender. Fourth column, fourth and fifth are the ones who applied, but they don't qualify. So the fourth one is those who applied but is credit issue. So we can be very strategic of how we nurture and massage these people that are very credit centered messages because that's part of the human centric marketing. So we want to make sure everything is valuable. These are people that you could follow up with. Maybe it's once a month that when you look at your dashboard, you can say, okay, these were all the people who either said they were going to do credit repair or they're at least working on credit, but you have people you can contact to try to convert them because they at least raised their hand at one point showing interest in buying a home. So we got to continue to love on them. The fifth column are those who DTI, it just didn't work. Maybe they're having to pay off some debts or maybe you're having to remove someone off the loan, but right now they've at least applied, they've sent in their documentations and you had to make the decision that they did not qualify at this time because of DTI issues. Then the next column are those who have officially applied, but they have verbally told you or they have let you know that they've decided to wait. They either signed a lease or they renewed their lease. They are waiting till after the holidays, whatever the excuse may be. They were green, they were out shopping, they do qualify, but they've just decided to push pause. So that's that sixth column. The next column is going to be those who ended up going with another lender. Maybe you lost it because of rate. Maybe they went to a builder's lender, whatever it may be. They were people that you at least came in contact with. You have their information and they're with another lender. You could always put those people in HomeBot and keep nurturing them, but at least you know why it fell through. The next one are all your people who are currently under contract. I don't really care as much as where they are in the process, but we know that these are currently in processing, underwriting, haven't yet funded. And then the last column are all of your clients who are now under management by you. So if you have the funded date, even better, their rate, even better. But these are people that now have already shown they love you by showing they trust you by doing business with you. You need to have a very dialed in content strategy of how you're going to market and provide value to all those different types of people that come in contact in your database so that you can bulletproof and build that wall where you are protecting your database from the fintechs of the world and those trigger alerts. When you have a client that goes and applies, and now you have every company who has access to credit reports as soon as they've shown interest and applied for a mortgage, you got to protect your database. But we need to do it where anytime they see your name, they're always associating value. So that's why it's important to kind of structure the different needs and what would be valuable to those different people. Because like those who are under contract and they're stressed out and they're trying to pack and move and they're also getting hit up by inspectors and the title company, and it can be a lot. So you may not want to hit them too hard with just typical messages of, say, the housing market when they just landed a contract. I want you to get your database, both of them, from the client standpoint and the agent standpoint, so bulletproof right now during this final month of 2022, so that you can dominate and take market share